record. All right, so I just now started recording. Let me just make sure. Yes, so I just now started recording, and we are a little bit into our call on December 21st. I was just getting over just some of the announcements, and one of the announcements that I really wanted to make sure all of our coaches know about, and this is for you if you're a new coach or any of your friends that might be joining into us, because that's kind of the focus of this call is how can we help your friends and in turn help you. So Success Starters is in the first 6 months of you coaching. So that could be month 1, 3, and 6. It could be month 1, 2, 3. It could be month 3, 4, 5, etc. Whatever 3 months you hit Success Club 5 in those months. So Success Club is whenever you have Shakeology on Home Direct or a challenge pack purchased. Whenever you hit Success Club 5, if you do that 3 times within your first 6 months as a coach, or your new coach does that 3 times within their first 6 months of a coach, then that person who did that earns a free ticket to Summit. It's going to be in St. Louis in July 2021. Still don't know of everything that's happening with that, but just know that the ticket is free. You'll be also, the coolest part that I think is amazing is they're invited to a Beachbody Fitness Program test group. So they get to actually be in a test group with the super trainer herself or himself, and they get a first look at the program. This is a huge deal, especially if it's somebody that is really wanting that extra level of accountability. Like, how much accountability is that? And Jessica, I know, could definitely say like that was probably the ultimate accountability when she was in the test group for the bar postnatal and prenatal workout. And then I know too, me being my personality, I'm somebody that would make me really excited if I had been a new coach, because I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have a leg up on like everybody because I get to try the program first, and that's gonna be awesome for like me to be able to promote. So I would be like promoting and sharing and like really like working my business in terms of just my excitement level would be there at a different level. So that's something really cool. We are towards the end of December. So the only things that we have next is we have our team call, which is tonight. And I have this on the 22nd. I have my numbers wrong. I just realized this. Yeah, it's the 21st. I totally had all my numbers wrong. That's hilarious. Nobody even said anything. It's okay. The 3-day refresh is starting towards the end of this month. And then that's it. That's all we have for the rest of this month. So 9-week Control Freak launch today on Monday, the 21st. I just had this wrong up here. If I just had moved that. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, the numbers are in order.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Muscle Burn Stat also has launched to everybody who has Beachbody On Demand, which is awesome, because I know that there was a lot of people that were excited for that program that didn't hop into early access that are excited. If you have a friend that wants to do that program and they're asking, do I need the bod ropes or not? I say if they can get them, because I did do the program with Neil. So when we first did the program, our first round, we just would swap back on bod ropes. And I then did it a second round, and it made a big difference. Like, I could definitely tell I was just doing the workout more.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that it's worth it to get the bod ropes. There's some on Amazon if they can't find them on Beachbody website, which I think we're all stocked back up on Beachbody.
This should be good.
Yeah, so it should be good.
If you're going to do a program, you really need to commit fully to the program.
Yes.
You know, saving $20 on a little bit extra equipment isn't
going to help.
Doesn't say a lot about your commitment level to the program.
And on that note, I'm going to say the same with the supplements. If you're really committed to your health, and not even just the supplements, the nutrition programs, and trust me, I've been there too, where I fall off the wagon with my nutrition programs, where I don't follow Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset, because I have followed both while I've been doing a fitness program. But if you're looking for the results and you're not committed to actually using the nutrition plan as it's written for your program, then don't be upset when you don't get the results that you're looking for. Don't also be upset when you don't get the results that you're looking for, because there could be tons of other things that could be going on with your body: hormones, thyroid, sleep, stress. All those things really inhibit, but like, you have to really give it your all. Just like when you get the equipment specific to the program, it's important. They have it there for a reason. When the trainer suggests that you drink your Energize before your workout, like, it is there for a reason, unless you medically cannot drink it. The same with the Recover, same with Shakeology, especially. It's really hard for me sometimes when I know that I've heard, I'm not getting results. And it's from people that aren't doing the nutrition programs and they're not using our supplements. Shakeology simplifies everything in terms of nutrition. So the cleanse that I just did with the Ultimate Reset, I was having to take 6 to, I don't know, 10 pills a day, which is fantastic. They were amazing, but I didn't remember. Like, I still have a bag of pills because I forgot to take some of my pills. I don't forget to take my Shakeology. I don't forget to eat. Like, that's not something I forget to do. So it's just one of those things, like, I always suggest like really giving it a solid try before you say this doesn't work. So same when you have a challenger that says like that's struggling. Sorry, we got off on a little tangent. We good? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys good? All right, we're gonna roll right into this. This is actually our last little image. This is a little bit tricky on my computer. So best practice tip today is social media posts, stories, and invites, specifically for our team. So I've been having a lot of our coaches that have asked me, hey, I have a couple friends that are interested. I'm getting results now, or I'm getting excited to share about this, or I'm new and I just really want to have some people with me. I have people on all different levels. And so I just keep getting, it's that commonality of, well, what do I do next? How do I help them next? So that's what I wanted to just go and point back to our basics. And some of our basics are right here on this www.tinyurl.com/bewell links. So this is a document that leads to this right here. So that www.tinyurl.com/bewell links leads to this document. So this document has a lot of different links in it, and I am completely open to suggestions if somebody has them on this. But this was just, Tamara had a brain dump one day and just had to like make sure everybody knew where everything was. But I'm going to point out to 2 sections in here so that you have them. So the first section is, I try to always update the calendar for whatever month it is on this Be Well links. And then I link the Facebook group, which is the Be Well Coaches group, this is our Facebook page, Be Well Coaches. So this is the smaller group. This is not the big one from Team Gift. This is the smaller group. So I link that right there and I put the calendar. And then all of the phone call links that we have for any type of training call are in this as well. So we normally have calls on Mondays and Tuesdays. We've been having them on Thursdays as well. We are going to switch that in the new year. I'm not going to go over what that looks like just yet. So I will change that when it gets switched though. And I put the times that those are at and all the links and the passwords. On page 3, this is going to be really important. This is what I'm really talking about tonight a little bit more, is social media support. A lot of people, and I should probably rename that because this could be also called like, how do I talk to my first couple friends support too. I need to do that. That would be a lot more helpful for a lot of people, because a lot of the people that I've been talking to, a lot of our coaches, they have friends that they're actually friends with that they just don't know what to do with next. Like, my friend saw that I was doing this program, or my friend heard me talking about this, or I am getting a little bit of results and they're asking what I'm doing. What do I do next? And in one of these links, I'm going to show you. So this links to a Google Drive that I just made. And so it links to a Google Drive. This is the Be Well Coaches Google Drive. There is an invite and connection, a post ideas, and story ideas. So I'm going to first open this invite and connection, because this is where everybody that's been asking, what do I say to my friends? It's right here, actually. So it's all right here. So this was from a power hour that I did. So there's going to be a little bit extra content in this. So I would say just scroll through this and kind of see. So this is when we were working on our power hour. This is when somebody was working on the social media side. That's why I just now thought I should probably separate out this whole talking to my first friends. I should make a document that says talking to my first friends. So like I said, if you have tips, share them, because I'm kind of going through this as we're doing this together. So I will make a separate document that has some of this in it, and it will be talking to my first friends. But within here, there's different sections. So inviting. So this is what you could say if maybe your friend has not asked you. Nobody has asked you. You're not like, nobody's knocking on your door being like, hey, Jessica, I saw you were doing these workouts. Hey, Allison, I see what you're doing. Like, people aren't asking, because that's how it was for me. Nobody was asking what I was doing. Nobody cared. Like that's how I felt, but people actually were watching. I had to go and invite them. So first, that might be you too. You might have to actually like put yourself out there and invite people. Nobody was asking me. Like, nobody gave two shits when I first started. So I would go and I would say, hey, I just signed up for this Beachbody thing because look at these results and I really need the accountability and community right now. You could insert your coach's transformation pic or somebody else's transformation picture and say, I'm super excited, but I'm kind of nervous. Would you want to do it with me? And we could hold each other accountable. This is where you could literally go grab one of those 9-week control freak pictures or whatever workout program you're doing, bar blend, 21-day fix, and just be like, hey, I just totally signed up for this and look at these results. I really need accountability and community right now. Would you want to do it with me and hold each other accountable? So that could be your initial invite. There's other suggestions here, but this is where when someone says that they are interested, so they're interested. So, hey, so this is where you could go and get their email or you can keep it in Messenger. In this case, on this Power Hour, she talked about getting their email. So this is if you aren't like in person with them, or even, let me backtrack a second. When you're in person with somebody, this is what I do often, because there will be times when I have had conversations with people and they're like, hey, like, we're literally out on a play date with the kids and they're like, hey, I want to learn more about what you do. And sometimes I'll talk to them about it and I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm a Beachbody coach. I've been doing these fitness and nutrition programs. My community and I are about to start a 3-day cleanse. It's really cool. And they're like, oh, I need to do a 3-day cleanse. What's it about? And I'm like, oh, it's, you know, you eat whole foods and you've got these supplements, but you know, like can I just send you some info about it later? I don't normally have the full on conversation while I'm there. And that's totally up to you and what you want to do. For me, I just really prefer to get somebody an email so that I can really just like copy and paste a video or copy and paste some information to them, because otherwise I can totally stammer over my words. And so you have a suggestion?
No, and you don't necessarily always want to take a social situation and turn it into a business, situation, because just because they asked about it and sounded interested didn't mean they needed to hear the whole spiel with all the details, and it takes 10 minutes and you're like, well, I didn't ask for all that. Yeah. So read the situation, but obviously share openly. But yeah, once it gets to be too much, obviously you want to follow up and get them some proper information at a later time and follow up when they're in an area where they can take a look at it and consider it and all that stuff. So
yeah. So this is really where this is very similar to what we used to call the 21-day fix invite, or the 5-step invite process. And so these were termed from other Beachbody coaches when I first started. And this is actually what that is. This is like the same thing. And so it's just messages. Now they mention it here. Thanks for messaging me your email about rocking your health and fitness journey this year. So you can take it to email. Like I said, gathering people's email is really smart. It also just depends on what you want from this business. Maybe you just want to sign up one friend a month. Don't worry about text them. It's fine. Like don't get hung up on, oh my God, I didn't get their email, so I can't send them any information. No, just text them. It's totally fine. So that's where you could just ask them like, hey, remind me again what it is that you're wanting to accomplish so that I can give you my best recommendations. So that's really where we focus on. And then you listen, you would edit to relate to them and their goals. And you go from here, you share a little bit about what pack you would think would be good for them. This is typically always the pack that you signed up with, or it's just the basic Beachbody On Demand All Access and Shakeology pack, because that one summarizes everything. Now, if you talk to them about 9-week Control Freak, then you think that they want to do that program with you, then yes, you could send them. You could be like, yes, I think that the 9-week Control Freak with Beachbody On Demand Access and Shakeology would be an incredible pack for you. And then you can share. It's going to set you up with XYZ, and then share a little bit about your story, and then you can share the cost. And this is a little bit more information than I would give in a text message. I would normally be like, does that sound like something, like right after I share a little bit about like what it is, I normally would go, before I even put the cost, I typically go into, does that sound like something that you would enjoy? And then normally they say yes or no. This is if I'm texting, especially. They say yes or no, or yeah, but how much does this actually cost? And then that's when I go into cost. So really, this is just it. This is it. And so it's the That's the process. And so it's all in this document. So everything is just in this document. So again, I went to www, here, I'll just type it up here so we can just see it again. tinyurl.com/bewelllinks. And then it opens up this document. On page 1 is a calendar along with call links. And the calendar picture is just loading because our internet. And then on page 3, this very top post, and like I said, I will edit this and I will edit out that document to just say inviting your first few friends. So I will make a more simplified document that says inviting your first few friends. And then I will also have this one for social media support. So when you actually get past that whole like, okay, I've talked to a few friends, I've got my first friend signed up. Now I want to actually post and share on social media to get more people, whether they're friends or just people that I've met on social media. So I'm going to share with you what I put together to help everybody. So again, there was this document that you just saw, which is kind of what I'm going to copy and paste out into a more simplified document. But this is what you do as a coach. If you look at this action hour titled up at the top, this is literally what I do every single day. I literally add people, connect with people, and invite people. And then I follow up with people. And there's follow-up. And that's what these messages are. Those are called follow-up messages. And I invite people to the team. There's additional follow-up messages if you are getting stuck in conversation. So there's just a lot of really good nuggets in that document. The other thing that is in this Be Well Coaches link right here is I get a lot of questions right now of, what do I post? I never know what to post. I don't know what to share. So I put together a document of post ideas. So these post ideas, first I start off with just like a word of caution, not caution, a word of advice of just like, hey, these are some post ideas, but remember you have to make this your own. And you have to figure out why. So just read through that. And then next we go right into, okay, I'm going to go ahead and post. I'm going to share about the challenge group and fitness posts. These are suggested posts that you can do. And then let's see here. We have business post ideas. And again, I can make these more bolded so that you can really see the difference. Program post ideas, program specific post ideas. So like I have 21 days on stress and 30-day breakaway in there. I could get 9-week control freak or some other ones in there if people decide that they want. So this is literally like what you can post on your social media to go ahead and get people like interested. But again, when you're posting, these are all call to action posts. Not every single post needs to be one of these. This is like a 1 in every 3 to 5 posts. Would you have something like this? The other posts are going to be what it is that you enjoy about life. And that's what I talk about at the very top of this. You got to post about your other things. So like I know Jessica's is her fab. She is looking for her faith and her, oh man, why did I just forget your fab? Jessica, I'm so sorry. But she has hers like listed out and it goes by like, what does she want to talk about? So some of mine are going to be faith, fitness, family, and outdoors stuff. That's kind of where I'm at, and food. I'm getting back into food, especially with this cleanse. I used to do a lot of food. We do love food. So anyway, so that's what I try to cycle through before I put out one of those call to action posts. So those post ideas are really call to action post ideas. When you have a call to action, you are then literally, you can go back to this other document, this invite document, and you can see, all right, invite from Instagram or Facebook post. Hey, thanks so much for liking my post about my upcoming fitness group. I love the positive vibes. Would you like details on the upcoming virtual boot camp? That's it.
That part has to be done, because if you put a call to action out, you're going to have oftentimes crickets, very few comments, not as many likes. People are not going to come and say, yes, sign me up.
Yes.
You have to do this part, which is reaching out to everybody that showed interest. And if they just said, no, I was just, would you want information, or were you just liking my post,
Yeah, you can say that.
It's totally fine. And somebody's like, oh, actually, I was just liking your post, but that's great or whatever. Some people won't respond. So just just expect that. But you have to reach out to everybody on these call to actions for them to work.
Yes.
They will not just come flowing in just because you ask people.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say, like, a side-by-side transformation of you, yes, you might have people that come in to ask you about it. Other than that, it's less likely. And for me, most of my side-by-side transformations of me, people don't care about. People are like, oh, the fit girl got fitter. Like, awesome. Nobody cares. Like that really truly is. So all of my coaches that I have gotten signed up, go back and look at our conversations. Was it because like you just messaged me? Most likely not. It was because I was messaging you and I was talking to you and I was inviting you and I was getting to know you. Even when you told me you weren't interested. Even, oh, Jessica's got the lights. It's so pretty.
I don't mean to interrupt, but on the way home, Dwight found this house and you like tune into the radio and they've got like the whole thing lit up. So
are you in Burns? No, wait, you're in Memphis. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. They're totally different part of Tennessee. Right. There's one that we're doing like that we're going to. Yeah, Neil's like, that's nuts.
Anyway, sorry, I'll stop taking up time on the call.
I love it. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I'm going to share this one last thing, and then I think we're going to wrap. So that way you could definitely go enjoy it. So the last thing in that, so again, I'm going to go back to this links document. In this links document, I went to this Google Drive, and this Google Drive is our coaches, Be Well Coaches. So that's what that links to. And then I clicked on stories, because this is the other thing that I've been asked about. People are always like, how do you do your stories? How can I get your stories? So I'm going to try better at sharing my stories, not all of them, but sharing some of them into this Google Drive document. So for example, 9-week control freak, I'm going there because I kind of have this one organized the best. I put stories together in here. So I have some side-by-sides of success stories. And then I also have my actual story that I used. And you can literally go, and what you would do is you can go over here from your computer and you can, click this download button. You can download it to your computer and you can email it to yourself. You can open it up on your phone and you can save it to your phone. So especially with video, that is very important. With video, you have to go from your computer, and I will put instructions in here on stories. I will make sure that I do that as well. You have to go from your computer, save it to your computer, email it to yourself, and then open it on your phone, save it to your phone. Because the other way that you can do it is you can screen record. I only know of iPhone users that have really good success with screen recording. So you can screen record a video, but I still, even though I can screen record these videos, because I get some of these stories, not these ones that you're seeing right here, but some of them that you will see that I will end up sharing some. I get them from other resources, from Mompreneur VA, and I literally go to my Google Drive that they give me, and I save it to my computer, and I email it to myself, and then I download it, and then I open it up on my phone, and I download it. Again, I'll put instructions on how to do that.
Can you access Drive from your phone and download it directly from there or not?
It's some sort of,
okay.
It's a computer thing. It's a lot better. It's a lot better to open it on a computer than from your phone. Because I've tried it both ways. And Mompreneur has, and like I said, I'll put a how-to guide, because Mompreneur VA has a how-to guide. So I'll just copy theirs over. But basically I'm sharing you, okay, I shared that story and then I shared this story, and I always put a little GIF, and I typically say, if you can put a poll in every single one, put a poll in every single one. I just didn't on that one. I did on this one, and then some more. And then that was, so these are videos that I actually use. So that's why they look so different. And so then I'm also going to share with you some of those videos that I do. So if I edit and make a video and I share it to my stories, I again will try to do it in here. But yeah, so there's program specific 3-day refresh, 9-week control freak, bar blend, ultimate reset, bod anytime. This one's a little bit hectic right now. Like, I'll just be honest, there's just a lot in here right now, because I literally was just, I was in my car, he was driving, and I literally just started downloading. I was like, oh, these are really good ones. And what I'm going to try to do is categorize these and rename them so that they're clumped together better, so that it makes more sense, like what goes with what. Because right now this looks like a cluster F, and not helpful right now. But the other one that I think would be really helpful is this one right here. A lot of people ask me, a lot of coaches like to see these. I don't know if customers do. Michelle Kellogg is my coach, and she has zero luck with these type of stories. These are the ones that come from Mompreneur VA. I think they're beautiful. I always add a poll to them. So it's just, Virtual Fit Club, open for enrollment. That's story 1. Michelle always has a better, and then story 2, a better response from transformations. On Facebook, I have a better response from transformations. On Instagram, I have a better response from these. Sometimes from transformations too, but I do both. I do a combo of both. And so basically these are just pre-curated stories that you can use that are talking about your wellness bootcamp. And then always when you can, put a poll on your stories. Put a poll on your stories or a sliding bar. And then again, just like with a post, you can't just put it up there and expect people to respond. You have to go and see, okay, who clicked on my poll, their top priority. I'm going to message them. Again, when you go to this invite connection document, it's, hey, thanks for following along in Instagram stories. It's fun sharing life, business, fitness journey. You have a great vibe. I'd love to be a part of my fitness community. Would you be interested in details on my next accountability group? Or were you just being super awesome and supporting me? So that's not exactly like the wording I would use, but that could work for you.
Or you can just thank them.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for following all my stories. It's great to connect with you on here.
Or if it was opinion, like, do you like cats or dogs better? It's like, oh, thank you so much for your reply. I like cats too. Or, I like dogs also. Or,
yes.
Something like
and you
that.
Want to do some like that too that aren't fitness related,
right.
So that you can start conversations outside of Beachbody.
Right. And other people are going to respond to those as well. And you get, once you reply from a story, you get into their direct message, and they're going to see your content a lot more. Your future stories and your posts, they're going to be able to see those.
Yeah.
If you've been messaging back and forth.
Yeah. And all of this sounds like, oh my God, there's so many steps. I literally do each one of these steps for about 5 minutes. Hey, there's my water. I've been looking for that. Have you seen me like looking around? It really was. It was under Neil's feet. Yeah. So I don't spend like this I feel like me explaining this is taking just as long as it would ever take me to do these things. So it's one of those, you just get into a habit.
Dive into it a little bit and play around.
Mm-hmm. Again, the first goal, I'm going to stop my screen share. The first goal is always just talking to your first friends, and you don't have to be doing stories and all of that stuff to just get a friend involved. Neil and I talked about it, and we are now starting any new coaches that start with us. We're letting them know that it is a part of our team standard that they have one accountability buddy, that they sign up one other person, even if they're just using this for the discount, because we know that that isn't necessarily going to, make them a big, huge business builder, but that is going to keep them on track to doing their fitness and nutrition program. So if you haven't signed up anybody in the last little bit, if you haven't ever signed up anybody, then I really suggest really going and being, who have I talked to about this that maybe I've never followed up? Let me go look at that invite document again and just see, like, if I'm just like, I don't know how to follow up, just see how to follow up with them. Or maybe I've never invited anybody. I'm about to do a new program in January, or I'm about to continue my program in January, and I just really want accountability. Who can I talk to? Okay, maybe these people that I meet at the park every day with, the kids or with the dog. And I can just say like, hey, I am doing this new accountability group in January. I don't know if you have a fitness plan already, but it would be really fun to have you so that we can hold each other accountable. Would you want some information on it? And then leave it at that. Let them respond. Don't talk. Let them respond. And if they say, yeah, just say, cool, I'm going to email you later about this. What's a good email address? We don't have to chat about it here because I'll probably send you like a short summary video at some time too, that would explain it better than I would explain it. So that's it. So we just really want everybody to have, and we want you to have the accountability buddy, because there's often times that you get going that we all do this where we struggle. But if I have that one or two good friends that is really holding me accountable, which it was Neil for sure this last little bit. And then I had a lot of you guys that were like incredible and pouring into me on my social media. And it's because I've poured into y'all. And I probably would not have stuck to this 21-day cleanse if I didn't have people that were randomly texting me and asking me how it's going. Like I wouldn't have. And so I'm super grateful that I had that. And so I just really want everybody to have at least one other person that is going to do that with them. So Neil and I, again, we're making it our new standard that when we get a coach signed up, even if they're just using it for the discount, maybe they're military and they're just using it for the complete military discount. Awesome. Cool. One thing that Neil and I ask of you is when you get started is that you go and you find one other friend that will do this with you, because that accountability is going to be so key to you having success with the program. So yeah, so you start with that. And then if you decide that you love it and you want to do more with it and you want to start growing your business, right now, social media is truly the only way that most people can, because most people are not going out and doing things. So you've got to focus in on those really true income producing activities. Hop on the phone, do a video call. And to get to that point, you have to be engaging with other people. So it's again, getting comfortable sharing posts, getting comfortable sharing stories, copy and paste my stories. In stories, you can totally do call to action every single day, as long as you're filling your stories with other things that you're doing. In posts, most of the time I wouldn't do a call to action every single day. I would do a question. Like today, I did a question about, I can't remember what today's question was. Well, yeah, what was your favorite workout program of this year? Mostly because I just wanted some of my coaches and some of my customers to engage on that one, not for new people. But anyway, yesterday was fruits or vegetables. That wasn't really like a, hey, join my Beachbody boot camp. It's just like, I'm interested in fruits and vegetables too, because I'm a little fun.
You might have any questions?
Yeah. All right. Allison, Jess, I really appreciate you guys. If you have any questions.
Real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to go around. And our activity for the night is to come up with what you recall to be your worst Christmas present ever.
Yay! That's at the end of the call. The worst Christmas present ever. And it could be one that you've received or given.
Probably received. The worst one you've received.
Okay.
You said the worst present?
Yes, worst present you've ever received.
I don't remember what the worst present I've ever received was.
What was it?
I have
a memory of getting something that was like, I forget who it was even from. It was a long time ago, but I just remember the feeling of like, what? Like, what is this? And why would you get this for me? Like, it was something that was like a very like, I don't know if it was like for a specific hobby or something, but isn't it like, I was like, I'm like, why would you think I would want this? Like yeah. I appreciate that you got me something, but like, what? It was, like I said, I don't even remember what it is anymore, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine would probably be, I remember getting a Barney t-shirt when I was in like, not the right age appropriate for it, I think. And I was like, I was very polite when I received it, but yeah, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I don't think I can wear this or I'm going to get beat up at school. She said, that's okay. So you don't have to wear it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, your mom says that you were very polite about it and like only talked to her, which is super sweet. My worst present I've ever received. I can't think of anything that was really bad actually, but I do know that my parents have video recording of me probably around Raylan's age, so like 6-ish. It might have been a little bit older, but I was unwrapping presents and we, it was the family Christmas where they video everything. And I opened up a package and I said, oh, more clothes. And yeah, and so
I'm pretty sure we have that same video of me.
Yeah, and so then
my grandparents always
said, Doug, turn off the camera.
Turn off the camera.
Yeah.
Or socks. Like I get them every year, but like it's like when you're a little kid, you're like, why am I getting socks?
Yeah, right.
That's so funny because I'm totally putting socks in the kids' stocking stuffers.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, I still get socks every year, but it's just
But
funny.
it's like, why socks? Well, it's funny because I actually like socks, and so that's probably why. Because I was like, ooh, fuzzy socks. But I really like I'm a sock person. That's hilarious.
Oh, but they weren't like fuzzy. They were just like white. They were
White,
just
white
Yeah,
socks.
just straight
No,
up
totally get
black
it.
or white, so,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would get
no
fuzzy
fun.
socks from my mom, and I liked those because it was
Well, I
like
remember
fuzzy socks.
2 years ago, one of my friends. So we used to do Christmas with our friends Hope and Dane, and I asked Hope what I could get Dane, and she was like socks. But then it became, and so I was like, that's so weird. But then it was these very specific merino wool.
Cashmere.
I don't even know.
something, who
Like
knows,
it were specific hiking boot socks. But that's so funny.
wow.
Yeah, white socks. You're like, why white socks? Like I could have gone to Walmart for these things.
Yeah, let's take these off.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, guys. Thank you for that. I'm glad we did a little fun thing at the end. I appreciate you guys for being on. I appreciate everybody who watched the recording of this.
This is probably this will be our last little
This
team
is our
call for the
last
year, so.
team call for the year. Again, team calls are changing at the start of next year. I'm still really trying to figure out what our work schedule with our side jobs is going to be like before I commit to Monday night team calls or Saturday or Monday virtual workouts is kind of where I'm at. So really trying to wait and see what our work schedules are like. And we go back to work the day, 2 days after Christmas. So I won't know anything until probably the first of the year. But just know on Tuesday nights is going to be our normal calls with our larger team. And those will start to change a little bit at the beginning of the year, where they're going to focus on new coaches for like 30 minutes and then all coaches for like 30 minutes. So there's going to be like a 2-part section of those calls. Hi, Jacoby. Oh, I would snuggle you so much. Oh, I see you.
But we're not going to leave anybody behind. There'll be plenty of opportunities to plug in and get training and get connected. So,
Little friend. But yeah,
So cute.
he's so cute. Oh, he's like, Mom, I don't want to wake up.
what?
Oh,
you doing?
Why are you waking me up?
Doing, woman? Wait for me.
Oh my gosh, so cute. But yeah, and we'll I'm still doing the power hour tomorrow morning at 5:15 Central. So Allison, if you wanted to pop on that, don't feel pressured, but if you're up, I still am doing that one. I will not do Fridays because it's Christmas, but and then Saturday I won't do because we'll be traveling. So
Oh wait, do you lead that? Do you lead that one or?
myself or Kate leads those ones on Tuesday and Friday mornings.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it just kind of depends. We really focus those ones on just like, hey, what do you need to get done today? And so everybody like shares, this is what I need to get done. And if we don't know if somebody's like, hey, I don't really know what I need to get done, then we will help and make suggestions. So yeah, we lead those ones. So those ones we lead, and I will likely continue to do those into the new year for sure, because I do really enjoy those early morning ones. Just with the holiday and traveling this week, I will only be on tomorrow instead of Friday and Saturday. So Tuesday morning, Friday morning, and Saturday morning. 5:15 Central, 6:15 Eastern, Tuesday and Friday, 6 and 7 on Saturday, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, my nighttime alarm went
All
off.
right, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Merry
y'all.
Christmas.
Merry
Good
Christmas.
night. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, my